All right, y'all see me okay?
Yes.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick PSA for whoever's watching this. Render After Dark is not based around reality. It's not based around virtual reality. This podcast is satire, and it does not reflect the personal views of professional characters on LinkedIn. Thank you. All right, so hold on. Let me get ready here. You got my process. All right.
Remove the weed eyes.
All right.
What do you got for your bunghole?
You know, I really wanted to, I wanted to get turned up, but I dropped my lighter in the bathtub earlier. So.
Aw. That sucks.
So much for that.
Dang it.
And we're rolling. Hey, Alex and Skeeva, check it out. You are fucking awesome.
Aw.
We're always talking about VR. That's all we talk about.
What else is there?
I don't want to talk about VR.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it because everyone knows us for talking about VR, right? And the focus of this interview is not to talk about it, but we want to be passionate. I just want the world to know the real version of us.
I'm in.
Can we do?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. I mean,
Skeeva's butthole's just clenched up.
I'm like, but that's all I ever talk about. But what else can I talk about?
But I'm good. Sorry, everybody.
I talk about VR and I talk about Kyle Render, and that's it.
That's it.
So
That's it.
that's it.
Alex, do you remember how we met?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
I will. We had started our own separate projects in the world of virtual reality, and we were connected via Facebook as a result of some overlap in our networks. And I saw some punk who was looking to get rid of a copy of Paper Mario for the Switch for like $20. This is a $60 title, so naturally I'm like jumping all over that. So I made an offer to buy it. And the guy apparently knew who I was and was like, "Hey, you're a YouTuber. How about instead you come into my virtual reality comedy club and do like a little interview or a video or whatever?" And I was like, "Done. Send me the Switch game." That guy sent me the Switch game, and that guy was Kyle Render. That was you. And then I went into the comedy club, met everybody, and I think the rest is history.
Oh, so I have something to confess. I've been using this eye contact beta from NVIDIA. It's creepy.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm watching myself and I'm watching my eyeballs roll around my brain. So I'm going to turn this off real quick. There we go. All right, now it's more legit. God, that was weird. I didn't like that.
It definitely looks more normal. I mean, as normal as you can look.
Wearing my suit, I know. So, Alex, I want to talk to the Alex that I gave moderator privileges to in the comedy club in Space. Remember that, Alex?
I barely a distant memory at this point.
Tell me about that, Alex. What did that Alex do?
What do you mean? What did that Alex do? He didn't do nothing. All right, I'm an innocent man.
You muted and kicked at least 20 people.
Well,
okay? You're like, get out of here. I'm the authority. Remember that?
They probably had it coming. If I did it, I'm sure there was a reason for it.
All right. Yeah.
So, no, I don't remember that, but it sounds like me.
Do you believe him, Skeeva?
I mean, I could see Alex walking in there, just, booting people in the butt. Like, I don't like the looks of you. Get out.
They were breaking rules. They wouldn't have done it if they weren't breaking rules.
We got a lot of rules at the Failure Comedy Club, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you guys were the first boots on the ground, dude. When you heard about the hybrid show that we were going to do for Fail to Render, dude, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, truly, like, you guys were the first ones that believed in me and our company and everything that we did, and it was awesome. We got amazing content from it. 1,000 views after 4 years. Incredible.
Man, that's the between realities effect right there.
Do you think we would have gotten more views on YouTube if we had furry costumes at the door?
Honestly, I think anything would have gotten us more views if we would have put any spin on it at all, any kind of shtick, any kind of gimmick. We probably could have pulled something in, but we just did bare minimum, and that's the between realities.
That's totally crazy though, because like if you watch that, it is something so special. Like I was completely blown away when I saw that show. I was floored. Like you guys were doing something so incredible. You're getting up there in front of this huge crowd. Everyone had headsets on. You're trying not to fall off the stage because your eyes are closed, right? Because you had a headset in front of it, and you're performing in front of alt space at the same time, where you could see the crowd being like broadcast up on the wall next to the. It was the coolest thing I had ever seen, and I instantly fell in love with you. And I was like, and I can't fathom why more people didn't click on that video, but those normies,
those normies, dude. Please them,
Not us.
Follow-up question: if you guys were furries, which animal would you pick? Life or death situation?
Not the dragon. The dragon furry for me is a bit too far of a departure. Like I'd probably go pretty classic furry. Like the dog man vibes. I'd find a way to customize it to myself.
I want to see that movie. Yeah, Dogman. It's coming out.
Dogma, the one from Kevin Smith.
Oh, Dogma. I thought you said Dogman.
I did say Dogman. Yeah, furry Dogman. I would be a Dogman. What about you, Skeeva? You got a. I mean, that's really what a furry is. It's that, and then there's the dragon ones too. Like,
no, I mean, so I spent some time in VR chat. I've spent some time in Resonite. I've seen a lot of furries, and one thing that I found is you don't necessarily have to be furry to be counted as a furry.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with a scorpion.
A scorpion.
Yeah.
A scorpion? Why?
You can't.
Yeah, I can.
That's out. No, it's out of the
No,
scope.
it's not. But it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, I've seen like snake furries. I've seen all kinds of stuff that
snake furry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen avian and dragon.
I mean, so these are the classics.
Dog.
Right? These are definitely the classics. But it's expanded out to so many different. I think really it just has to be some kind of an animal or something, right?
Apparently, a life form of some kind.
That's not human.
A mosquito.
Sure. I'm going. That'd be kind of cool. I'm just thinking scorpion.
All right.
Just because they're rad, and I love scorpions.
What about you, Kyle? I guess you would be a raccoon.
Don't forget, okay? This isn't Between Realities. This is Render After Dark. Get your shit together.
But listen, you're the one that's letting this go off the rails. All right, we're here.
Have you broken in your house when you're playing VR, and should Meta replace your broken glass table?
How many things have we broken?
Yeah.
How many things have you broken? Do controllers count? Because Skeeva's broken.
I have liquefied controllers. Like I have pistol whipped the walls to the point where like the controller just shatters into a million pieces. There's holes in the walls. I broke my finger playing Echo, RIP. Man, I've broken ceiling fans. I've broken. I've knocked screens over. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot.
Well, do you think that Mark Zuckerberg should pay you for that shit?
I mean, he's got a lot more money than me. It would be nice. It would be a nice gesture. But, if I were to answer that honestly, no. I don't.
What about you, Alex? What did you break?
I don't think I've really broken anything, to be honest. Like when I started, it didn't take me long after getting into VR to start. Well, actually, no, I started on the PlayStation. And being on the PlayStation, you're kind of I don't know, limited in how crazy you can get because you have to be facing the camera the whole time. So I really I don't know, I got very disciplined by playing PlayStation VR and had my feet planted. I learned not to get crazy. Yeah. So I don't think I've really ever broken anything.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. Right? Sorry to tell you that, man.
So some of these questions are for me, and some of the questions are from the community. I've had the community actually put together some questions for you guys as well.
Yeah.
It's up to you to decipher whether it's my question or their question because I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So during the Rain Dance Festival last year, the community has a question for you. They're wondering why every time you come to the comedy club, you avoid eye contact with other avatars. Can you explain that?
Right.
Yes, because I use a Ready Player Me avatar, and those eyes are just flinging all over the place, like I've done every drug under the sun in 5 minutes. Yeah, avatar design, not my fault. I'm really actually staring at everyone in the eyes, uncomfortably and very strangely the entire time. Mhm.
I don't believe you. No one believes you.
Nah, he doesn't do that.
Believe you, Skeeva.
Well, it's actually because I can't take my eyes off you. So
Oh.
yeah. So no one else gets the eyes.
I think Skeeva legitimately has a crush on you.
Yeah.
Like he's
Look
been
at,
laying
look
it.
at this man.
He's been laying it on thick.
Look at this man.
Because we're big guys.
He's got the glasses. He's got a beard. You know, we've got some things here.
You do.
All clothes, Skeeva, right? And then in my messages, it says, leave Alex out of the conversation until he gets pissed off. Where do you shop for clothes, Skeeva?
Oh man. Geez. DXL, Amazon. You know. Yeah. Just where DXL is for like big fat people.
What does DXL stand
I
for?
have no idea.
I've never been there.
Oh, it's just it used to be big and tall, and then it switched to DXL. I don't know what it means.
Like Department XL,
Yeah.
Department Extra Large.
Yeah. Dingleberry XL.
Skeeva's a big
I don't know.
boy, y'all.
Yeah.
In case y'all didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
How many outfits do you have, bro?
3.
3. I have 5.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I have one for Monday through Friday, and then on the and then on Saturday and Sunday, I just wear whatever.
Yeah.
Across the house, 4 XLs. Just I don't care. They're pajamas.
Whatever you're comfortable in, bro.
Yeah. I'm not wearing my pajamas though right now. This is skin tight. I don't know if I should wear it to MediConnect. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it is your look.
I mean, a big white suit at MediConnect. I don't know.
Are you going to be able to get it off? So you might be wearing it. Might be stuck.
Dude, it gets a little chilly at night. I bet like going to the bar at night, like because we were outside. We went to this outdoor bar last year, and that place was awesome. And I definitely want to go back there. And it was like outside having drinks. There's like a sandy volleyball court area over there. We'll find that place. We'll go get that up.
That was great.
You guys live in the desert. I live in Texas, so we're both used to the heat. It's 55 degrees every night.
I know, bro.
Every night.
55? Oh man, I gotta bring a sweatshirt.
It's gonna be chilly.
Wow. All right.
Oh, dude. I'm not even taking a jacket. I'm just going to sit out there like, "Whoa, I'm cold. This is awesome.
Just embrace it.
I love it.
Sick.
You're the first person I see everywhere I go, Skeeva. You know that. Am I the first person that you see?
Yes, of course.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I never see Alex anywhere. I'm just like, where's Skeeva? I'll find Alex after that.
Alex is slippery, man. He's hard to find sometimes. Everyone's always like, is Alex here?
Yes.
Yeah, man. You gotta pull him out of the crowd. He's usually surrounded by people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse.
But honestly, out of character, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time and doing this. Truly, I know Alex had to drive 10 miles away.
That's enough for me.
Equipment for 30 minutes. It must have been a lot of work. So I appreciate it because obviously you guys were the first ones that interviewed me. So it just makes sense to, turn the tides.
Dude.
We're turning the tides here.
It's a pleasure and an honor, especially like now that I see that this show's legit. Like you got all these famous people. Like, what are you doing? How are you pulling all this famous stuff?
Yeah, please enlighten us, man. Tommy Chong coming on next week.
Well,
Am I
Joe
supposed to say that?
Exotic straight from prison.
Spoilers.
Oh
Spoiler
crap!
alert.
Sorry. I should have beeped that out.
But I did have an interview with Joe Exotic, the Tiger King from federal prison. So this is pretty easy.
He's in prison?
Oh yeah. He's in Fort Worth. He's in Texas and he is in federal prison. And I got a phone call that said, do you accept this call from federal prison? The name is Joe. And at the 15-minute marker, he was just like, you know what? I'm having so much fun. How about I wait 20 minutes and call you back with the rest of my minutes for the month? And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah. Let's
Yes.
do that.
That's
Yes.
Wow. What did he go to?
The interview is going to come out this week too, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be about
you got to watch Tiger King.
raccoons and furries, and then he loses his mind, and he says, "Furries? Are you talking about the people that put on those animal clothes?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I had 2 of those in my farm, and they were so fucked up in the head." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, they were."
Dude,
I will not argue.
Did he answer it as a tiger? I can't remember.
what?
Like he if Tiger King wasn't a tiger, if he had to be a furry, that would be
right.
weird.
He must. Yeah, you're right. He is a tiger. He's a furry tiger. He would be if he was in VR chat.
You think so?
Joe Exotic.
I don't see why not. He'd probably be standing though, be like a standing tiger avatar.
Yeah.
You can't just be like a normal tiger. He has to be like in a suit or something weird, a Hawaiian shirt like me, right?
Could he be the guy from Frosted Flakes? They're great.
Oh God! All right, we got to wrap this up. Let's wrap.
All right. So you guys just acquired, well, you were a part of an acquisition for Flat VR Studios. And that is so cool to me because I love bringing back. I started with the DOS. I started with Windows 3.1, and I love seeing all of those games come back to life, right? So I have a pitch for you guys. Please hear me out. I really want this game to come to Flat VR Studios.
Flat 2 VR, yes.
4.
Okay. What do you got? Which one?
Superman 64.
Whoa. Can you imagine that? Oh,
yeah, it's arguably the greatest game of all time, brought into virtual reality for a whole new generation to enjoy.
I got another one. How about Astrobot?
Oh, dude.
Wouldn't it be great?
Yes.
That would be great. I was playing that, and then I came across the level where Astrobot puts on a VR headset, and that's what gives him his power for that level. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
What a bunch of jerks.
He slows down time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the best level I've played so far.
Same.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go off script. Astrobot is the game of the decade for me.
So good.
It's really good.
It is the perfect Nintendo Sony game of all fucking time. It's incredible.
It is incredible.
I've beaten 4 worlds so far, and when I'm finished with it, I'm going to be so sad and so happy at the same time. I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Because it was the best fucking game of the decade. I can't get over it. And it's not going to be too much for them to put it into VR. Come on, the game's already done. Just give us a global view of it.
If only Sony had their own headset, I'm sure they would do it.
This is a whole conversation, but like I'm not actually even mad as a VR fan.
I'm pissed.
Like I'm not
but
even
I'm glad you're not mad.
because this is going to make Astro an accessible character to like millions and millions and millions as opposed to like thousands. And the controller integration in Astrobot, in my opinion, is what like really makes that game so next level. Like it feels like a completely next gen game because the controller is making so much sound. Like it's like everything is in my living room with me like that. And VR is used with headphones, so like the controller speaker would not really work if it was like an immersive experience. And trust me, I realized that like any VR fan is like, Alex, shut up. No, it would have worked. We could have had it. And I understand that, but like I'm okay with it the way it is.
So, but let me ask you this: why couldn't it be? So, when we were waiting for PSVR 2 to come out, all we heard was hybrid games, hybrid games, hybrid games. They're going to work in VR. They're going to work flat. Why is Sony's own IP not a hybrid title? Why can't I have the choice to put the headset on, have an amazing VR experience with Astrobot, and then take it off and play with my kid in front of the TV? Like, why?
I pray they're just waiting. They're just waiting, hopefully, right?
I hope so.
It's going to be such a huge hit, which it is. And then there's just going to be a DLC that says, why don't you buy the bundle for the VR2 Sony shitty thing that I didn't like? It has vibration on the head, don't forget, right? That could also make it intense if they actually added the vibrations to the PSVR2 and not just your controller. Alex, what you were saying about the controller, dude, oh my God, it's like when we first got a Wii controller.
It's insane.
Look at that.
Okay.
It's
You
insane.
got a Wii controller where you're like, oh my god, we're pointing at the screen. What's going on here? And this controller is like, oh my god, I'm in the game, and somehow it just accomplishes that with sound and vibration in your hands, and you didn't even need much more than that.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is the ultimate haptic demo. It really
It's
is.
phenomenal.
It should show everyone across all of the video game industries like that. This is how you use haptics.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's pretty legit, man. Super good.
It took 4 years.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5's been out for 4 years.
I know. It's the first time I felt like I have ever played. Yeah, it's the first time I felt like I played a next gen game.
But I mean, there's another Astro Boy title before this on the PlayStation 5 as well.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it kind of like shipped with the PlayStation
Yeah,
5.
it is great.
I mean,
It's really good.
It is, but it's not the same as the
I would say I would say it's just as good but shorter.
fair.
Mhm.
I think that's fair.
And not even much shorter. I mean, maybe half.
Well, I didn't finish it, so maybe I'll go play it. And
It's
I'll be able
it's
to-
incredible as well. It really is good.
So moving on, you guys won the Augie Award at AWE.
Oh yeah.
Yes, right. And I'll never forget the after party when Alex was holding the trophy up in the air, and he looked at me cockeyed, and he said, "He won it just for me." Alex, I
Aw.
very to him that night.
You know that I don't think that night was crazy. I think that one was a moderate, normal evening, normal for a conference anyway. You know, like it's interesting because I think a lot of people think that I am like a super intense party animal, and I'm really not. I only am when I go to conferences and expos. Like I drink every night when I go to a conference or an expo that is with all of my VR fam, because it's like every night to me is like a celebration and a party, and like I'm not wasting that opportunity. But I'm like what do they call them? Like those like introverted extroverts, you know? Like when I'm not like on
VR.
and around my peeps, I'm like locked up in my crib, like going to bed at like 9:30, 10 p.m., like chilling. You know, I smoke a lot. I don't drink a whole lot. So that makes you for a sleepy, lazy boy.
A sleepy, lazy boy.
Yeah. Am I a sleepy, lazy boy? Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I mean, you know, you like to puff and play games. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So
But I do turn it on when I go out.
between realities, right? Has there ever been a guest that actually made Alex almost fall asleep? And you can't talk about me because Alex fell asleep during my interview. Yeah,
Yeah. So wait, so you're asking if we ever had a guest that like sucked?
that just was like you didn't want to air it. You got tired, sleepy,
Okay.
uninteresting. Maybe I picked the wrong person.
What do you think?
You don't have to name names.
I mean, I definitely have my least favorites, but no, absolutely not. But I don't think they were like terrible. They were
Right.
just my least favorite.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think we're lucky because like everybody in our space is like pretty cool. You know, like if you've managed to like do enough to get noticed by us to have us want you to be on our show as a guest, then you're like close enough to cool that like it's not gonna suck. You know what I mean? So we haven't had anything totally suck.
You don't have any choices.
Yeah. But to Skeeva's point, I agree. Like there are some that just like weren't as interesting or weren't as fun, or like we just like didn't know a whole lot to talk about, you know. And like every now and then you just look around at each other and you're just like, okay,
Should we call it? It's been 15 minutes.
All
You
right.
good?
yeah. I mean, so you started a YouTube channel. Tell me about that. You know, like it's just like uninspired, but most of our episodes have been awesome. You know, like we kind of have our own unique perspectives on what we do in the VR space, and every time you bring somebody who is inspired in their own way into that conversation, it like mixes it up. So we have interesting, awesome conversations with people all the time. We're super lucky. It's a great thing, and we're our own biggest fans. Like we love our own show. And we make the show we would like to see out there, you know? So of course it's awesome because, you know, we're doing it. So makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I was the only person that whenever they announced Between Realities, I stood up out of my seat at AWE and I was just like, fuck yeah!
Dude, that was hype.
Thanks for that, man.
That was hype. That was really cool. It's so awesome to be recognized for your contributions in a way like that, you know, especially because, like, to us, you know, the contributions we're making they pale in comparison to the ones of everybody else who's receiving Augies that night, you know, like people who are making software, making hardware, making companies that like truly push this stuff forward. And I know, like, in a way we do push it forward, but like to us, it's just, we're just doing our thing. We're just making our contribution however we can. And you know, every now and then when like we get recognition like this, it's like almost this like moment for us to take a step back, like, oh, be like, whoa, wait, we have been doing this for 4 years. Like, we have interviewed almost 200 VR industry professionals on this show, you know, and to get the recognition in front of Palmer Luckey and this front 2 rows of the 100 Hall of Fame XR inductees at AWE was fucking sweet, man. So yeah, it was really, really cool. And I'm glad you were there to be a part of it.
Yeah, so where does the award reside? Is it in your home or Skeeva's home?
It lives in Skeeva's home. I took it home. I took it home for a couple of weeks and like let it sit on my desk for a while. But we do the show out of Skeeva's place, so you know, it's like feel like it should live on the spaceship.
Yeah, and Alex knows he can take it when he wants it to.
I can.
You know, yeah, it's both of ours.
Oh.
We did it together.
Split custody.
Yeah, so you have child support on the trophy there, Alex?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah. You guys are like 2 peas in a pod, man. Together forever. Do you guys ever subscribe to like, yeah, so you make yourself an OnlyFans and subscribe to each other or something?
I thought you were doing that OnlyFans as a different name.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Well,
Yeah, I have a few names here for you. Between the Cheeks.
That's
We got, or Between Realities.
dude, Between Realities is so good. That is winner. That is so
the winner.
Oh my god. For Realities, how have I never heard that before? Dude, that's beautiful. Oh my god.
Wow.
Realities should be a VR porn website.
I'm making a parody thing for us. That's pretty good.
Between Realities.
Yeah.
Guys.
Dude, that's so good.
Real quick. So Render After Dark, the premise of the show is it's a talk show like Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And what I'm trying to do to gather page likes and views is basically putting out full interviews. I don't want to call them podcasts. My partner, Big Al, always says, make a podcast, make a podcast. I don't want to make a podcast. I want to make it short and sweet. I want to make it like an old time Johnny Carson kind of thing, a Space Ghost kind of thing. So I'm going to be chopping up these, right, for the show, and you're going to be out of context with the things that you say. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
I need your consent.
Yes.
Sure. Do it to it.
Skeeva hates it, but he's
I know, it's fine.
Never forget the interview that we did in Las Vegas at the secondary location, the bar behind Starbase.
I'll definitely never forget that.
And Skeeva never let me live it down. I posted it on Facebook, and he was just like, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, fuck. Right? Like, not angry with me, just disappointed. And I was like, fuck. I feel so bad, right? But I still put it in the AWE presentation because I don't care now.
Yeah. You know, at this point, it's all blown over. But and frankly, you're lucky to know Skeeva intimately enough to see that side of him. You know, because he is like so like jolly-lucky and happy and charming and smile on his face and blah blah blah. But like, if you cross him, dude. Like, this is not a guy you want to fuck with. You know what I mean? But not everybody knows that. So, like, you really have to get a few layers deep to start to see that side of him. So consider yourself.
Or you just have to really disappoint
Or you have to actually cross him. Yeah. Or you have to actually piss him off. You know? The guy who designed the Between Realities theme song got a nice heavy dose of the.
Oh, yeah. If I ever see that guy in real life, you might punch him in the face.
So in the premise of the show, there's a lot of characters going on, right? There's a lot of character development. My character is obviously the raccoon wearing this suit, and I am strapped into Palmer Luckey's C4 headset. So I'm not allowed to leave the comedy club. I'm not allowed to leave the talk show, or else I fucking die. Right. So there's going to be a lot of situations where I have to answer the door for DoorDash or groceries, or take care of my daughter, drive her to school. Maybe the electricity goes out. I have to go somewhere and plug in my headset. Right. So the whole Palmer Lucky C4 thing is a big thing. And I texted Palmer about it. And he was just like, it was great meeting you, but I'm not interested. And I'm like, I get it. You're with the government now. Okay. So I didn't take that to heart. But Al, Big Al, my partner, is going to play Palmer Lucky, and we're going to call him Lucky Palmer. Okay. We're just going to shift the name around. And he's going to turn around, and all of his hair is going to flow this way. And he's just going to do the whole thing like this, like, good luck getting out there and say, kid. Okay. He's going to have like a weird Mexican accent to it. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to see this. This is going to be sick. Let's go.
We've already done 2 episodes. We're working on 3 right now, and we're finishing with 5, so we can make it like a season thing. And I'm talking to Adult Swim and Comedy Central and HBO right now to pitch it to them. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's actively what I'm doing.
Pretty sick. Wow.
Yeah. And yes, Joe Exotic was on the roster. I am working on Tommy Chong, and my dream guest that I'm still working on is Chris Hansen.
That would be so good. I love To Catch a Predator.
Chat, right? It's like Skeeva had no idea who Chris Hansen was.
No.
He still looked around
Dude,
the room.
To Catch a Predator.
I don't want to. Why would I watch a show like that?
You've never seen it?
No.
It is.
That's just creepy, man. I don't want to be in the same energy as that whole thing.
No. It is the best. I have seen like 150 hours at least of To Catch a Predator. It is so good because these guys are despicable, and then you get to have a front row seat to watching them get busted red-handed and just their life crumbling before their eyes. Like they're like, oh wait, I'm going to jail forever, and you watch their face as they come to that realization, and it is chef's kiss. It's so.
Well, that's cool. I mean, good. I like to see disgusting people get
tackled by police.
Get just they're just desserts, but still not really interested.
Well, I'm telling you right now, you are missing out.
Okay,
It's going to be in VR chat.
To Catch a Predator VR chat.
Yeah. If I get Chris Hansen, it's immediately going to be a Kmart situation.
Let me know how I can be involved.
no one's gonna come. They're all gonna be like, oh no, they're gonna bust me there.
Yeah.
No predators in VR chat. Nope.
Well, you're making shit happen, man. I think I speak for both of us when I say that we are very proud of how far you have come. It's amazing to see you continuing to take strides and continuing to push this brand forward. Like, you're not taking no for an answer, and I fucking love it.
I appreciate that. Fail to render comedy is its own thing in VR, and no one understands it unless they're in VR. So Render After Dark is a movement to make sure that people on the outside know what it is that we can accomplish on the inside. So Render After Dark is going to be my social media push that's going to get everybody into the comedy club.
Cool.
Love it. That's great, man.
Yeah. And in today's society and the economy and politics, I think we're going to have lockdown number 2, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's pretty good. I just heard a whole stand-up bit in my head around that. Looking forward to lockdown number 2.
So before we go, if you don't mind, can I get just a couple lines for things that you didn't say in the podcast?
A couple of lines for things that we didn't say in your talk show. Yes.
Yeah. So there are lines, right? We're wondering if it's going to be better to work with lines, or wonder if it's going to be better to work around the interview. And it was all cut, copy, paste, post-production. I got Super Media working with me. I love that guy, Gerard.
Oh, yeah. He's a nice guy.
I've got 4 writers with me that help me put all these questions together. And I've got 6 people taking video in VR chat to make sure that we can do all this, right? So it's the first episode. So if you don't mind, can I give you a couple lines before we go to just scream it at the camera?
Scream it at the camera?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like simultaneously, or one of us, or what?
Simultaneously, like on a 3 count. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is it?
OnlyFans. So,
OnlyFans. All right. Are you okay with this?
Sure.
All right, Skeeva hates this. I love it. All right, we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then we both look at the camera and scream OnlyFans.
Do this shit.
All right, here we go.
But
3,
you got her.
3, 2, 1.
OnlyFans.
Yes. All right. You're gonna regret that.
Yeah, I know.
He hates it.
I know.
Hates it.
Skeeva, a line I got for you is that still a thing?
Okay.
A couple.
Is that still a thing?
There you go. And then the last one I have for you guys simultaneously is that's your mom.
Okay. Okay. Into the camera with this.
All right.
So
3, 2, 1. That's your mom.
excellent. Thank you guys for doing this. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be the first episode. You're right before Joe Exotic and hopefully Tommy Chong. And I'm not gonna stop there. I'm working on Tony Hawk. I'm working on Chris Hansen. I'm working on Bam Margera just for the laughs. And a few other people. But guys, you were the ones that really believed in me. And that's why I feel like the first episode should be you guys on that cast. So thank you.
Aw.
We love you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you
dude.
so much, man. The feelings are mutual. The respect is mutual. An honor to be a part of this project, and can't wait to see it when it comes out
For sure, dude. And I can't wait to see you next week, man.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'm going out tomorrow. He's coming out
not.
Tuesday.
Yeah, until Tuesday.
Wait, you went out Tuesday. Okay, well, I'll hug Alex before I hug Skeeva.
That's
How about that? How do you feel about that?
We're
You gotta save the-
switching the script around. This.
You always gotta save the best for last. That's the taste you want to be left with, you know?
Oh God!
Yeah.
Don't taste. All right, let's go.
I love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Have a
too.
safe drive home 10 miles away.
I will. Later, bro.
Later, dude.
Brother. Later, guys.
See ya.